Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Moonmist and we're going to be continuing to play some more Ace Attorney, so welcome. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful day or night. Nicky boy. Oh, it says Ray. Oh, Miss Delight. Is it true that detective is the real killer? To be honest, we don't have any definite proof. But he is the only one who could have done it. But wasn't he at Lord Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motives. I mean, why would Detective Amity want to kill Kane Bullard? Oops, it's almost time. Better get to the courtroom. I need to find some solid proof. And it's gonna happen sooner rather than later. Oh. October 14th.
Now then, the court is back in session. Mr. Luke Amity, please take the stand.
Well, how do we do, Sir Lawyer? I would never have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you the perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Master Masquerade. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Luke Amity has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could have known what's going on over here.
You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? But being tried as Master Masquerade.
Indeed, it is truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkle upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are in fact Master Masquerade? Of course. I can't remember what I gave him, so I'm just gonna do it with this voice.
Very well then, Luke Amity, let us begin with a simple question. On October 12th at 1 AM, Kane Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time?
When one without knowledge lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, Sir Judge.
Thanks.
Alright, Mr. Amity, the night of the murder, speak.
We're all ears.
As you wish, Sir Prosecutor.
Oh.
The alibi.
Are you stealing the errand as Master Masquerade, just as I announced I would?
I had no more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetic, easy job. A photograph contains no words, but this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Master Masquerade was the same time as the murder.
It seems the main point of discussion will be the photo of the crime scene.
Everything else up until now was all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to this picture as well. Even the great Master Masquerade cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Unfortunately, Mr. Amity, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is the foolish to know that he is a fool. Hey, you're not Francesca, so you cannot say that. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. The only thing that was full of his alibi. Right. Let's go. Alright, so let's go ahead and press on everything. So this photograph is your proof, correct? Indeed, it is. And the main man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. And that's why I'm called Master Masquerade. But conveniently, it also means that there's no way to tell who it really is.
What do you mean? Huh. Are you saying that this is not in fact Luke Amity? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Master Masquerade to create an alibi?
Oh, what an interesting idea. Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice? Do we even have information? Well, it's possible like he could technically have an accomplice, but who would his accomplice be? If Luke Emily was at KB security during the murder, then the Master Masquerade in this picture has to be a fake. Exactly. You had an accomplice.
Now, remember your saying that, Mr. Trite, because you're no going back. If you go to make baseless claims, I'll treat you to a penalty myself.
The penalty's probably going hot too. Probably.
So who is it, Mr. Trite? Who was the accomplice?
Who was the accomplice? I don't know. Who would be his accomplice? The Bage? I don't know. Are we gonna throw her under the bus again? Hopefully not. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I feel like he should have an accomplice. But who? I guess the question is who would be his accomplice? There has to be something around here. Okay, so the box has pink on it, so that's that. Who would be the accomplice? I really don't know. I don't know, I'm just gonna do that for right now, just so I can back out. It wasn't that person, I knew that. So let's go ahead and load. Cause I don't think I have enough information. If Luke Amity was at the KB security at during the murder, then that Masquerade that had in the picture had to be a fake. There really has to be an accomplice. But right now, I have no idea who it is. I don't have any idea right now either. Placeless objections are not gonna... It's just what this guy wants. There's gotta be another way. I'm gonna find it. Yeah, we're gonna have to find it somehow. I'm sure he's gonna say something soon. I believe Ada and Andrew was hiding at one point. That is right. It was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Lori Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card before you even began a security watch, right? Indeed, there is no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target.
I see, you truly are evil, aren't you?
Yes, evil is what I am. Hey, Nick, is there something odd about this? Detective Amity was always part of his ace detective skills, right? But, if the urn was stolen from Lord Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he had no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It's kinda odd. That is interesting. So, this photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct?
Indeed it is, that is.
This is the very thing that proves I committed the crime. This very thing that proves you committed the crime. When you think about it, it really is odd. You say that almost as if you had a picture taken on purpose.
It was simply cut off by the very camera that he had set up. We all have days like that.
Indeed, it turns out that there is no such thing as a perfect crime after all. Life is truly a ironic thing, a sad blue melody. It looks like I better get more information for now. If he's truly the killer, there's gotta be something phony in that photo. Probably. About the camera that has taken this photograph. Come on now, it's all clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think that I altered the timestamp on this photograph, don't you?
I'm afraid that's impossible. The camera was set up by Lord Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lord Taylor's staff that printed the picture out the data. Unfortunately, the defense, there is no way of proving that the picture has been altered. I see.
It looks like you better find something else that could be suspicious. So, this alibi is false? It has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard as a KB security. But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Either the mask investigating the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Oh, interesting. So I have to prove some information is fake. So I have to present something. But what exactly? Do I present the photo? I don't know. I really don't. We can save again. Okay. Something has to be a fake. The warehouse game went off directly at 1 AM. Okay, no. Okay, now that's fine. I know, that's fine. The photo itself? No, no. That didn't work. Okay, so it's not the camera data on that one. I can say some words, but in this case, one. Okay, no, can't even print the photo on this one either. Okay, that didn't work. Oh man, I'm really yawning today. So at the time which the cameras captured the masculine was the same time as the murder. The photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. Let me repress this one again. I can't remember. I don't know. My photograph should be the piece of evidence correct. Indeed it is. It's the very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. Yeah, you understand by now. British hypervisor is tampered. I could not have killed it unless I had an accomplice. Come on, think long. Oh, I just had to press it again. Come on, think long and hard about that night. The basement warehouse and the picture that was supposedly captures it. It's gotta be here. There's something funny about this picture. Yes. Are you implying the picture is a fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the death took place. There's something in the photo that doesn't match my memory of that night.
Very well, let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph you find funny?
It's either gonna be the box or the paint over here. Let's point at the box. Perhaps this is the area in question.
The area could be any more vague.
Okay, so it's the paint.
Huh. Today's Java is a little extra kick
to it. It seems that the funny part lies in the area that defines. Oh. Ouch. I think I better think this through or I'm gonna fail another victim debauchery. Or something, I don't know.
Very well, listen as you return to it.
Okay. I just said, okay, at least I know what I need to do. Let me just refresh. Because I don't want to lose too many points. Okay, so I just have to record this one again. So this photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct? Indeed it is. That is the very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime.
Surely you understand by now.
Lord Taylor provided the camera. There's no way I could have tampered with it. Well, that could mean I could not have killed King Bullard. Unless I had an accomplice. Okay. The basement warehouse in the picture is supposed to be captured it. It's gotta be here. There's got to be something funny about this picture. Yep. Are you implying this picture is a fake? Yes, I am. You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement of the warehouse that night before the theft took place. There's something in the photo that doesn't match up the memory of that night.
Very well, let's see what you have to say. What do you find so funny about this picture?
The paint. The funny part is right here.
Why, this is blood stain. Blood. No, this case is getting interesting.
Not exactly. The stain is actually pink paint.
Oh, just paint? Oh, peach colored at that.
From blood to peaches, the judge sure loves to be going on his wild tangent.
The problem with that,
the problem with that is the photograph is not the paint. The problem when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse. It turns out that something should be there, somewhere nowhere to be seen.
Well, Mr. Wright. What is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains?
Oh, it's supposed to be the Amy statue. The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, the golden statue just happened to arrive at the from the mountain training hall. I realized the statue was the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you saw it first. I myself was at the night the theft took place and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken at that night, then there should have been a statue there.
But when I went there the day after the theft, the statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it was somehow pushed aside accidentally.
Your Honor, that statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accident to push to move it that distance.
Huh. In that case, can you prove it? Can you give us a rhyme and reason as to why the statue was moved that night?
Can you do it, Nick? Never mind who moved it. The question is, why did they move it?
Well, Mr. Wright, I hope that you're prepared to answer your answer. Now then, who's the one who moved the golden statue the night of the crime?
Who moved it at the night of the crime? That I have no clue. Who moved it that night? I don't know. That's one thing I don't know. I don't know that one. I don't know that one. Why would he have moved it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm the light?
What do you think of Mr. Goldon?
Yeah, is that the right thing?
The man should be able to answer his own questions, what I think. Now, what I'm busy trying to come up with 2 answers of my own.
Okay, yeah, definitely wrong.
Miss Wright, to put something that you messed up.
What are you doing, Nick? You need to think about why the statue was moved. The good thing about when everyone chews me out like this, it gives me time to think.
Well, Miss Wright, I'll be prepared to answer.
Okay, so at least I don't get penaltied. Master Masquerade? No, but that Master Masquerade either.
Why coffee is black, and why is it bitter? Oh. Miss Wright, put something you messed up.
Okay. That's what he said last time. I think. Okay, so... So, he made himself? The one who moved the statue is none other than Luke Amity.
Come now, sir lawyer. There you go again on your strange delusions. Miss Wright, what basis do you have for their strange delusions?
It's very simple. The witness was the only one who in the basement where has that name.
That indeed is very simple. However,
why would I want to move a heavy golden statue? The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where the battle really begins.
Oh. Well, Miss Wright, what is the reason the witness had to move that statue?
Let me see. The reason that can be found right here in this photograph. Look at me, you pretend to be Master Masquerade. You create an alibi showing that you were at Lord A. Taylor's that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like a cheap film at the drugstore. That's why you had to move the statue.
A fatal flaw?
Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Just where in the picture does the lie, oh, that's 3 points. Okay. The box itself, maybe? The lie is Master Masquerade.
Are you saying that this Master Masquerade is a fake?
Huh. You know, I really wish you would start acting more responsible.
The current question is, why was the golden statue moved? So the possible connected could there be with the Master Masquerade's identity?
Oh, burgers. Oh, buggers.
Your face has buggers all over it. Here's a penalty for you.
Yeah.
Nice to again, Mr. Trite.
Okay. Oh, great. I don't know. The paint? Somewhere around here, jump to conclusions again. I think you need to take a look at the local mirror. Are you Yiddish proverb goes, a half-truth is a whole lie.
Keep lying like this and you'll be the one on trial.
Oh wait, now they're calling me a liar. Fudge. Okay, I can't even press the button to load. Guilty, no. Dang it. Well, I failed. I'm a fail. I failed. I failed. That's okay. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, let me save it a little bit more closer. Okay, a little bit more closer so I don't have to go too far. Okay, now where does the light exist? The timestamp? Actually, the light is the photo's timestamp.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you what exactly I mean. On the line of the question, Luke Amity went to KB Security and murdered K. Bullard. Therefore, it is obvious. It would have been impossible to have him been at the lady Lord Taylor's at the same time.
But what does that have to do with the statue being moved?
Remember, Your Honor. When was the statue placed beside the warehouse door?
Well,
The statue was taken down to the warehouse.
so the day of the crime. And it was placed there to cover up the paint.
Exactly. Montgomery had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim. And so in order to create an alibi for the crime, he took this picture days before the murder took place.
What the?
Of course, the statue hadn't been brought down to the basement warehouse yet.
Ah,
So on the day of the crime, Mr. Emily must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory too, so to speak. Why? Because something like that was not supposed to be there. He had been brought down and placed it where it shouldn't be. And that is why Luke Emily had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make room, to make the room match the way he had in the photo. Gah.
Order. Mr. Emily, is this true?
One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this?
What is that?
It's the data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off that night of the crime. It is true the camera has been set up by the Lord Taylor. Yeah. However, the program used to manage the data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Yeah.
Order. Mr. Godot, what is the meaning of this? Godot, I warn you. Are you making me wait? Now put down that coffee.
My 11th cup.
I promised to drink no more than 17 during the trial, which means I'm still good till the last drop. However, the defense has a very good point.
A good point? So what? Are we all about travelers on the road of infinite points? I think he's got his points mixed up with his other points.
Oh, you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that statue was moved in order to make a match. That is a very interesting idea, however. There's one point that I cannot be denied.
Which is?
That it's only a possibility. Men that are trapped by the chains of maybe can never reach their dreams. That is very true.
No, wait, don't fall for that, Your Honor.
Hey, Mr. Bsky.
Yes.
And there's no funny business in your actions as Master Mascade. There should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Yes, please provide the court with your testimony about your plan to steal a sacred urn.
A sacred urn heist. I first received a request from Lord Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box, and Ziphora, it was then sent me to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my calling card 10 days beforehand. Then I handled security by myself to ensure that my crimes would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. That's pretty much all the stuff we heard before, isn't it? Yeah, but we will find the truth hidden behind those nuggets of new information he gave.
Willis, are you sure there are no mistakes this time?
Ziphora! Nothing.
Very well then, Miss Wright. You may begin your cross-examination.
Okay, let's go ahead and press on everything. You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right? Indeed, it seems that they were heard of my surviving reputation. I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. You better watch out too, Maya. Oh. You mean this box?
Yes,
That is the pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn, and she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom, not even me. Interesting new tidbit. Are you sure that you had never seen the urn before? Indeed. Now you may ask Lady Andrews to confirm that yourself. The security was focused entirely on the entrance to the warehouse. Whenever I look empty, I let no information whatever slip through my fingers. You mean this calling card? That's right. That is, without a doubt, my calling card. I guess Mr. Delight didn't make this after all. Of course, because Emily knew about this emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him. Did no one enter the basement warehouse? Unfortunately, there was many different treasures being kept there. As for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. And this is the photos that proves that, huh? Indeed, to be honest, even the photograph was taken. I didn't know it would be matters too much, terribly much. Hey Nick, if this photograph's a fake, do you think that Emily might have stolen the urn whenever it was taken? That is true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he was lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. I need to take a good, hard look at the quicker bucket. Oh jeez, I'm really tired today. Not long to go on, huh? Is there? The detective's been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination. That he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime. Alright then, how do we do that? There's one thing that Emily stated very clearly. He had never seen the urn before he stole it. We need to prove that he was lying? Maybe, somehow. I didn't handle this here by myself. Hey, so this one right here, I had to figure out something. Man, very tired. So have they proved that he hadn't seen this urn? But what would it be? What would it be? What would it be? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. The acquisition thing? The way statement is clear, it's also Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can't see anything faulty. Yeah. I must be on the wrong if you say so. I don't know. I didn't mean to do that again. I need the photograph. I don't think it's terribly much, but hey Nick, this photograph's fake. So we have to figure out how. Okay, so I have to figure out how to prove it. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time. How do I prove it? The urn itself? No, it's not that either. Okay. Why would it be? I don't know. I'm gonna assume it is gonna be this one, but what exactly would I need to do? don't know. What would it be? What would it be? I don't know. Let me check this thing. What was the calling card again? Card exhibit, take care of the speckled... Oh, wait. Take good care of that speckled urn, would you? Oh. Oh, the card. Because it said speckled urn. So you knew it was already splotchy. Interesting. Mr. Emily, if you really are Master Masquerade, then you are also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course. Is there a problem with the calling card? Allow me to read the passage from the calling card that was Master Masquerade had written. Take good care of that speckled urn. Now, the speckled urn here refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn.
Yes, that is true. So, but what so?
The truth be told, there's no way Master Masquerade could have known about this pattern.
Oh, what do you mean?
This pink spotted pattern on the urn is actually nothing more than paint stains.
Paint stains?
These stains do not appear until after the urn has been taken to Lord Taylor. He's steaming.
I'm not finding this a joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite.
The day the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human errors, or should I say, error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn.
Well, you can't be serious.
And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Emily had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. Hooey. And because this photo is a fake. Your alibi of the night of the murder no longer holds water. Voila. Got him.
Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Alright, I did it. He's broken. Nick, I think that's a little too early for a victory pose.
Huh. It's so sad. No one has ever seen any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we had all decided unanimously that this man was Master Masquerade, and now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think you're being tagged fickle? That's a good point.
No, wait, don't fall for that too, Your Honor.
You say that Luke Emily was the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that?
An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive. Might you marry a murder's motive manifest? Hey, Nick, he's got a second wind.
If he's prepared an alibi and pinned the scribe on Rhonda Light, as you say, he must have had a very strong motive for murder.
The only one with any motive was seen is Rhonda Light.
Isn't that right, Detective?
Indeed, according to my own research, the boy's motive is clear.
Without the motive, it is nearly impossible to prove guilt in my murder case. Now then, maybe you could enlighten us to what the defendant's motives were.
I'll be honored to, Sir Old Timer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. Motive for murder. Oh. Luke Empty had no points of contact with the victims whatsoever. King Bullard decided to investigate Master Masquerade and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullet who wrote that blackmail letter and sent that to Wrong Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullet who had harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. It is Mr. Bullet's mistake is quite inexcusable. The defense truly believes he is Maskine. And that is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullet, truly a tragedy.
So the victim, Kane Bullard, blackmailed the defendant?
This is Blackbetter. We found the defendant's apartment.
His handwriting test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote the letter.
Oh, I found in Ron Delight's room written by Bullet. Okay, so it was written. Interesting.
Very well, Miss Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Right. Okay, let's just press on everything. And who in the world is going to prove that?
I will. After doing a thorough background check with Detective Abbott and Kane Bullard, we were able to find his links between them, all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work. They were both involved in security. Nope. That was Blunt.
In any case, the only one who had a motive was Mr. Delight. Miss Took. That is right. Miss Took. And the Old Norse mystic, meaning to take an hour. That wasn't what I meant.
Just who did the victim mistake Maskine to be?
Well, the answer is obvious. Ron Delight, of course. Boy, I like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Let's press harder, why not? Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Maskine?
Don't you already know that?
The body! Take a look at this newspaper.
Oh, that is the famous Tear of Edmond, the magnificent jewel.
This is the photo shows it was the magnificent detective as well, does it not?
Furthermore, that also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant. The defendant?
The victim clearly misread the article in the body.
You got the wrong impression.
An impression that was an ugly security guard was in fact Maskine.
I see.
It's an unusually reasonable deduction. You mean this blackmail letter right here?
It says, bring $50,000.
And the handwriting is, without a doubt, the victim's?
There's no mistaken. We have an official report to prove it. But I don't see an addressee on this letter anywhere.
An addressee?
The letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment. And Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time.
The fact that there is no addressee is irrelevant. I wonder, what's up, Nick? I just had a thought. What if the blackmail letter wasn't meant for Mr. Delight? Oh, do you have any evidence of that? For some reason, I just can't shake the feeling that there is something not quite right about this blackmail letter. Well, everyone, I'll be quite satisfied. What do you mean by that?
Oh my, are you certain that you already were aware?
KB Security had a lot of security info in all sorts of companies. And I was a security team chief. I stole the data from the company.
King Bond had yet to forgive you, young Mr. Delight, which is why he sent him to that letter upon mistaken believing he was the thief.
And there was a file that was discovered in Mr. Bullard's office. Evidence that Mr. Bullard was receiving money through blackmail.
However, isn't that a bit odd? Why did the defendant pay Mr. Bullard the money, even though he wasn't actually Maskine?
On to that point, there was an unfortunate bit of chance. Hey, Zach, welcome. You're playing with ladypixelheart. Sorry you can't be here most of the time, but yes. Oh yeah, that's okay. You enjoy time with ladypix. Enjoy your, I'm gonna assume that you're playing the mech warriors.
Together,
Oh yeah,
we'll
you should
fill
just
this
think that you're
magical
playing
adventure
my
with
bad.
joy,
But you
wonder,
enjoy playing
and
with
laughter.
mech warriors, that's fine.
Your
I
presence
do appreciate you
adds
stopping
an
by and
extra
saying hi,
touch
the
of
very least. And yes,
enchantment
my
to
day's
our
pretty good.
realm.
And thank you. Yes, enjoy playing mech warriors.
Hayes Axe
Okay.
Kitten is reminding
Okay.
you to
I'll
drink
drink
some
your-
water.
drink water.
You need to stay hydrated.
Alright, thank you. But yes, enjoy your time playing mech warriors. Thank you. I will stay hydrated. Thank you. You as well. You stay hydrated too. And you are also awesome. Please have fun and hopefully you can beat all the robots. Beat all the mechs. Get number 1. See? Do it for me. Do you really think that story's gonna hold up?
That assertion is not merely my own, I'm afraid.
What do you mean?
I have heard the memo from Delight's wife, Desiree Delight.
Hey, that's another cup of coffee.
Ronnie thinks he's the master game. Do you not feel sorry for him? Please don't think too badly of him. Oh, well, Mr. Trite.
Was he trying to act like Mr. Light just now? I thought he was actually pretty convincing. Now that you're just imagining talking.
Come on, Mr. Stone Lawyer. I'm afraid imagination isn't the right word for it. This is deduction, the result of carefully applied reasoning. Can we hear the careful reasoning for ourselves?
It is a long story, and better saved for another time.
Very well, another time.
Those so-called long stories aren't usually that long. At least not in my experience. So are you gonna try to connect Detective Amelie to Mr. Bullet, right? Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it won't require surgery either. In that case, we'd have to talk about the blackmail. That's true. Or the blackmailer was intended for Ron? Since we don't have enough information, you should press for him for more testimony. Maybe I'll be able to shake some contradictions loose that way. Okay, so we went through everything. I'm gonna assume we have to present the blackmail letter on this one. Oh, I was right. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Mr. Amity? Detective Family?
Well, if it is just a few, then I guess it's alright.
When you say that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction.
Contradiction?
I don't know what you're walking into.
I don't know where a walking contradiction like you that's off saying like that.
Ooh, you're the one talk to duck.
At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you got, Junior? Indeed, time to man up, Miss Wright.
Okay, great.
Show us contradicting evidence in the content of the blackmail letter.
What would it be? The newspaper clipping? Take a good of this newspaper clipping. Well, they were talking about it, so it made sense. The contradiction picture of the tear of Edamon, the stolen jewel.
What about it?
Problem is the jewel's color.
Color? It's not much for discussing colors myself.
According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day.
Red?
Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the tear of Edamon that Master Masade stole at all.
And your point is, Mr. Trite? Are you trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? And that is that you're trying to say, right, Trite? What is it that you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright?
Well, it's what is that you're trying to say, Mr. Right, Nick? Right, Nick? Everyone else is trying to say everything. Now you guys are confused a little bit. Yes. Then, who is Kane Bullard actually trying to blackmail? Well, doesn't Amity have like some sort of red jewel he said presenting us in the beginning? Yeah, some sort of red jewel that he has on a ring. Naturally, it was you, Detective Amity. See, the red ring. So maybe that's the right thing. Do you have any sort of base for that claim? You have been personally involved in every single Masquerade case. And in the least case, you recovered what was stolen. And received a jewel as your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is a diamond referred into this letter, which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you.
Order in the courtroom. Order, I say.
Oop, another cup of coffee.
It seems that you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trite.
I don't like the way he said that.
Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke Amity. Are you for real?
Yes, I am. Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this. The blackmailer containing the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, it certainly does. Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Amity's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep secret. So just what was the identity?
We killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret bloom becoming known. But what was his identity he wanted to keep secret? This is all it comes down to, Nick. The identity of Luke Amity wanted to desperately keep secret was a detective. No, he's public knowledge of Ace Attorney. Technically, he's also been quote-unquote public that he's died. The left is a blackmailer. Luke Amity was a blackmailer.
Objection!
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been trying to say? You say that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Amity. Are you saying that Amity was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
You have to admit, that does sound a little odd. It's odd, not odd. It's the only thing that actually makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Amity. But Rhonda Light was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So why do you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, it was just a few days after the Tears of Phantomon heist. After that, we started getting plans in the mail. Crazy plans from a very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case that would mean Rhonda Light was actually Masquerade?
That was what we're claiming. Someone else came up with these plans and Mr. Delight stole his target. Mr. Light steals his targets for him. And that someone is none other than Luke Amity.
Shh, silence.
No, we see it's all becoming clear. What is it?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with tendencies to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong?
Yeah, how'd you know?
You say that I, Luke Amity, was blackmailing Rhonda Light. In which case, I will naturally know all about his relation to Masquerade.
Oh, yes.
Rhonda Light started receiving plans for his second crimes onwards, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed his first crime. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
Yep, another cup of coffee.
In any case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During his first crime, how did Luke Amity know that Ron Delight was the Masquerade?
It's a newspaper clipping, because that was his first heist. I think, let's see.
See what?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets involved in a lot to miss you trying to be the center of attention.
Oh, what do you mean?
You newspaper clipping. The picture of you and Ron Delight in this guard uniform. I think the Masquerade didn't just disappear into the thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid in a bucket.
That sounds too stupid to be true.
Correct. With the tricks like that, he couldn't be fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's why you figured out, Mr. Amity. That's when you learned that under his mask was Master Masquerade. But wasn't he supposed to be Master Masquerade? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even ace detective. I can't believe it.
He was truly slimy blackmailer.
What a fraud. He's trying to press himself as an ace detective.
Why, how dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective and also master of the game. Why can't you understand?
I'm afraid you're not neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
You... How dare you even dare imply that I am a conclusive there has been something beautifully there to best by measures. I say, although you can compare the measures, you really can't just so go on. Just make me comment to me. A detective handles the blackmail murder, there has to go. That's enough to make one laugh.
Hey, geez, that went by very fast.
It seems that we finally arrived to the real answer.
That was quite the performance by Mr. Amity.
Please prepare the cell for Mr. Amity.
Yeah. Oh, is that his last coffee? Is that number 17?
The hammer was strikes down too fast. There's no time for aim. What do you mean? I've already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge.
You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite.
What do you...
It's true that you have proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Amity was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't at Lady Taylor the night of the murder.
That's right. That's why he was the one who killed Miss Bolt.
But there's still one thing that you have yet to prove. What is that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that he's a pitiful excuse of a man who was at KB security, then I don't see how the verdict can be delivered.
No way. Okay.
Order courtroom.
Well, Miss Wright, let me see. This is the final round. Did you prove that Emily was at Bullard's office at the night of that night? But can you really prove that?
That's long enough, Mr. Wright. I want to hear your answers.
That night, Luke Emily was at KB30 in the defense. I don't think we can prove it, to be honest.
Oh.
I don't think we can prove it, to be honest. I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
Yeah, I don't know if we can. That's the thing. But if we hear more of Ace Detective's testimony...
Unfortunately, not as far as you go, Mr. Trite.
What do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimonies, that's what I mean.
What?
Have you forgotten Luke Amity is here after we interrupted his own trial? And you failed to prove that he committed murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial. and face his guilty verdict as masked masquerade. No. Well now, sir lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am Ace Detective as well as Masked Masquerade. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force that of my Ace Detectiveness. Oh, great. Order in the court. That's enough deliberation of the witness.
I can't believe this. At this rate, Juan is... Don't give up, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and... By then, it'll be too late. Huh? Why?
Double jeopardy are the basis rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in a court, the defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. That is a fundamental rule of all courts, and applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else.
Mr. Emily will be found guilty in the matter of guilty as masked masquerade,
which means he will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is concerned.
No way.
So the fact that you're unable to prove Mr. Emily's guilt of the crime here means that he will never be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer.
Great. Please don't say hold it or objection, please. Now there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Gamney, will go free.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Now, as long as there's no more testimonies, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questions of this witness. Now, are there any objections?
Please don't say objection, please. Anyone say please objections, please. Anyone.
I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Emily.
No. Don't say objection. I see it.
Your Honor.
When you were a child, this was what you were on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you...
Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice, no way. Mia! Long time no see, Phoenix. Mia! This is the true Pavacron channeling technique. I know that is the real Maya who's standing there before me, but right now she's my mentor, Mia Faye. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more I can do, Mia. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony's not over yet. Oh, what do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, the witness made a number of remarks.
Well now, sir lawyer, it seems that love wins out all else to end. I am Ace Detective as well as Masked Masquerade. My verdict will verify that. Just as Ron Delights will verify that he is the true murderer. I will declare with all full force my Ace Detectiveness. Yes, but those comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well. We shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defendant, assert the right to question them. Is that alright with you, prosecutor?
Something the matter, Mr. Godot? Nothing. Oh, sir lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think so much foolish falsehoods will do anything to me, look at... Let's hear it.
Oh?
It's true that the witness made some remarks. Well then, let's hear the last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godot, what are you...
He's on my side now.
Very well then, Mr. Luke Emily. I'm going to allow defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
Defense would like to hear why you declare the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please, give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is your absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lord Taylor's. It is hard to believe about another very important job request. I had been known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph read it. My brilliant deduction was that informed me that the true culprit ran the light. And thanks to the keycard in wallet, it is abundantly clear that he was there.
And I was also to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once, but the button didn't have any fingerprints on. Why? The victim would have left fingerprints if it sounded, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was searching his masquerade outfit, which is why he had no prints. In the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Ziphora. Therefore, all evidence points to that poor boy.
Okay. His testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well.
The witness' earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of the points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But how do we know about the emergency buzzer? But how did you know about the emergency buzzer?
The police investigation documents went directly through me.
And I always look through all of the documents. It's elementary, sir lawyer.
Yeah.
Are you going to make any trouble for now, sir lawyer? I will not allow you to allow unusual shenanigans, Miss Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
You cannot postpone Luke Emmy's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a second. Just one chance.
Huh. Seems like you have... Seems that the party has begun.
Well, Phoenix, well, if that's the last chance, let me see. There isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony. So, would it seem? What do you mean? So, would it seem? Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17. The last cup. I think the time has come to put this into this trial.
Okay. I defined a fatal contradiction to his testimony, and I need to point out without presenting evidence? Which means all I can do is to find a contradiction, remarks, and press it. Remember, you only get one chance. Oh, I only get one chance. Great.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
Okay, so I'm going to press 1, so it looks like.
Oh,
okay. Finding the killer. I had to leave the scene without the final point job. I knew about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph redacted. Early deduction was informed that Ron the light true culprit. Thanks to keycard, abundantly clear that he was there. Also made the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button didn't have any fingerprints, ways that the victim would have left prints when it sounded, which means the killer sounded. Mr. Light was wearing his masquerade outfit, which is why he left no prints. I don't know, let me press this one. Mr. Amity, let's ask about this last remark.
Objection!
You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot.
What?
Mr. Emily, seems like you have finally admitted it. That you were the one in CEO's office on the night of the murder.
How did you say that?
Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Animini? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his masquerade outfit. Is that correct?
Indeed. That's what I said. My deductions are absolute foolproof.
Or likely your deductions prove that you're a fool.
I'm sorry? What do you mean? For some reason, it's starting to get really thirsty.
When exactly did we learn that the fact? Ron Delight was dressed as Master Masquerade when he went to the scene of the crime.
That was, It was just a few hours ago. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare.
Oh, did I forget to mention before? I'm sorry, I never had a chance to make up until now. That's right, the defense had yet to tell anyone else the fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who knew about those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Amity? There's no way that you should have known about that. Nah. Hey, got you. You were in the next courtroom being tried as Master Masquerade. So, Rainus, how did you know about this piece of information?
Come on now. This detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing the Master Masquerade outfit. There's one and only one way for Detective Amity to have found out that.
One way,
you see. Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker. There is no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Amity.
That was with the statement that turns this case on its head.
Just what are you implying?
Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? No? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight.
Impossible.
It's him. Detective Amity, you saw Master Masquerade at that murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and his assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing.
Hayes Axgame is reminding you to drink some water. You need to stay hydrated.
Okay, I drink more water. Thank you. Hopefully you're having a fun time playing your mech warriors. Hopefully you're winning. Better be winning. It's Earthquake. He's so strong he can cause earthquakes, apparently. Take a good look, everyone. I'm able to find a worthy rival of my genus. I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
That's the same line you gave yesterday.
But I think there's a little bit more meaning behind it this time. Oh, is he breaking again? I think he went crazy.
What an awful complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Amity, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. Upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Amity tried to frame Ron Delight, and he had claimed to be guilty of Master Masquerade in order to escape his true crime.
And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use double jeopardy rule when making his alibi.
At this rate, it seemed that we finally found the truth.
Excuse me.
I personally closed the besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me.
Oh, I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict.
Oh, I know. You never committed any murder.
That's right. I've been glad that you understand that, but I really am the Master Masquerade.
Hmm?
So thanks to the trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, alright? What do you say, Double Jeopardy?
Now that you mention it, I've been careless.
Careless? What do you think, Mia? As the defense says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. Oh, hey, the netting. Or more Pecco, I mean, my bad. At least I can't get my Pokemon names right. As the defense can never be tried the same crime, twice for the crime in which he was found innocent, then Master Masquerade is really innocent? It would seem so, for now. For now.
Now then, the court finds the defendant
Guilty.
not guilty.
Not guilty. Indeed. You got the not guilty verdict. Boy, that was really unlucky. Wait, this isn't really good after all. You see, the thing is, I am really a masquerade. I got the more Pecco. You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yes, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh, I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, he seems to be kind of a thorn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Quran channeling school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. Misty Faye, right? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around. Bye, Mia. Love you. Bye-bye. I miss Mia already. Mia. Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that all of this happened anyway. Come on, just be happy already. Yeah, Maya, you've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Masquerade to boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? Oh, what do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Master Masquerade. I only did it for one reason, for her. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Just think of it, she was held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said that she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, what? Once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she would have any reason to stay with me. As I thought, she would leave me for sure. So, that's why you became Masquerade? Yes, but it's all over now. A broken ball can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick? Right. So really, can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it. Can I? I kind of wish you would check on me with that first. Mr. Light, even if a broken ball is broken, there's always ways to bring it back together. Like the urn. Like the urn. Like the sacred urn. The sacred urn? Desiree was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife? She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Ah, there you are. Mr. Light. You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that, but I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea that you quit KB Security. I never imagined that you really were Masquerade either. Mr. Light, what are you gonna do now? Now that you know, you're not gonna leave him, are you? Come on, this isn't obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bait's really fast. So fast that there's no way he'd ever get away. But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like the detective. I see. My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spent with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy. Yes? I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. I can feel like my face is going red. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, congratulations. Talk about bad timing. Mr. Nick, how could you? It was another man's woman in front of this way. Oh, never. Oh, no. Oh, poor Nick. Just as the case came to a close, so did my consciousness. Pretty strong when she's angry. Ron said a broken ball can never be put back together, but Holly knows that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of that too. That was put back together even better than it was before. Oh, look at you, you're so happy. Oh, and a good photo. Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout, the end. Ooh, Maya's gonna be a maid? Ooh, thanks. Save. Let's go ahead and save. The recipe for turnabout. Ooh, no wonder Maya's gonna be a maid.
That's enough. The court has no reason to further prolong the trial. The case is extremely clear. There's no room for misinterpretations of the facts.
It was me. I swear it wasn't me. It's Phoenix gonna get in trouble again.
The evidence in case one hasn't been sent. The victim alone was at the table drank from the produce in his cup.
No, you're wrong. I know that what I saw.
I saw someone else there. A man. He's a real killer.
What? What's going on? Why'd that guy have Phoenix's haircut? Why won't anyone believe me? Oh, this guy again. Well, it was pretty much wrapped this case up, wouldn't you, Mr. Wright?
This court finds the defendant guilty.
Oh, great.
The court is adjourned.
What? Please tell me that was a nightmare. Oh, dang, it's already January 6th. Dang, a couple months have passed. The start of a new year always makes me feel like I've taken a whole world. I bet it does, Maya. So I've decided our resolution should be, Safari, take the world. What do you think? Sure, whatever, Maya. But I think maybe you have more than enough mistletoe cake. Never. You've got to eat a lot of cake during the New Year's, particularly the tradition. Let's watch a fireworks on the TV or playing a board game. Hey, pal. Detective Gumshoe? Happy New Year, Detective.
Likewise. Now listen up, right?
Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer police cooperations.
Yeah, me too. Alright, pal. You got some explaining to do.
You got the holiday present for me, Detective?
What? Well, here, you can have this. It's really not so much, but...
Hey, thanks. Look, pal, we need to talk. Yeah, here, take a seat. Hey, what about Pearly? You haven't forgot about her present, have you?
No, I mean, yes, no. Are you doing this on purpose?
Guess I'm busted. How did you like my first practical joke of the year?
I ain't funny, pal. Now let's see the funny you think this that I show you this.
What is it, a magazine? Hey, I want to see. Deadly poison brings guilty verdict. Defendant attorney Wright trounced? Trounced? Let me see that. The defendant's attorney gave almost childish amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this?
It's a report about you, pal. About you.
Listen to this, Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case.
Pal, why didn't you tell me that you don't remember asking about it?
But I don't remember anything about it. When was this issue from anyway?
December of last year, which I guess makes it last month.
Which makes it old news, you mean? But I wasn't involved in the poison case in December. So what do you think this is all about, Nick?
If it wasn't you, pal, then that only leaves one possibility.
No way, you don't mean...
It's
phony Nick? That must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting the year off with a good one too. Oh, December 5th says I was trounced and my client was found guilty.
So, what are you gonna do about it, pal?
What do you mean? What am I gonna do about it? Well, it's your fault that it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous, so, well, maybe only sort of.
Yeah. Well, you see what happens when you hotshots get full of yourselves.
But I didn't do anything wrong. At least, not that I remember.
You better make this right, pal. Now that means taking the case back to court, got it?
Sounds like we got our first case of the year. Let's tackle it with a gusto. I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once on this case. It's not going to be very easy to overturn it. I guess that's the New Year's resolution. Is going to have to wait until next year.
Oh, you're taking this case, right? Good. Then I'll head over to the courtroom then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct, drop you off, and if you need something, okay, pal?
I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, then I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of guy would do that? I don't know, but we'll find out next week. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Apparently someone's impersonating Phoenix, which is crazy. Alright, so we'll continue this next week. But I don't know what's gonna happen, but hey, at least we saw mine in the main outfit, which is nice. But yeah, that should be it for today. So thank you, Zach, for stopping by and saying hello for a little bit. Thank you. Hopefully you're having a wonderful time playing with Apex and MechWarrior, or I think that was Mech Online, I think. But thank you for hanging out with me for just a little bit, just for saying hi at the very least. Thank you. Alright, yeah, that's everyone that was showing up today. That's okay. That's alright. Okay, so hopefully see everyone again tomorrow night for hopefully maybe the finale of Mario and Luigi. I don't know. It could be, could not be. I don't know. It seemed like we're almost close to finishing Mario and Luigi. I don't know if I will or not, but we'll see. Then yes, and Sunday we'll continue with Persona 3. Then Monday, more Pokemon Insurgents. Then we will be continuing to play Persona 4. I am working slightly progress on level grinding. Not a lot of progress, but making some progress nonetheless. So hopefully it should be totally ready. Hopefully, I don't know, hopefully by then. I didn't really grind today, so that's one thing. It's okay. Well, that should be it for today. So thank you all for stopping by and joining me. Alright, bye everyone. Alright, so let's also go see if I can rate someone. Let me do the rain message. Even though I'm the only one here today, but that's okay. It's just for my own personal thing. Alright, let's see who can raid. Let's see. Who to raid? There's quite a few people streaming Phoenix Wright, but unfortunately it's different languages. I don't think I can rate them, so I don't think they'll understand me. They might, but I don't know. I see anyone that I'm following? Not a lot of people that I'm following. Yeah, there's not a lot of people I can raid today. Oh, it's Catboy. Oh, yeah, I guess I could raid. Yeah, ooh, they're playing more Lego again. Yeah, we'll just raid Catboy. That should be good. Alright, so thank you everyone again for stopping by. Thank you Jack for at least saying hi for me for a little bit. Thank you at the very least. Alright, and I hope to see anyone else next time. Alright, goodbye everyone.
Thank you for joining our magical stream. Your presence creates enchanting moments. See you next time around 11:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for more adventures. Your support lights up our world. Can't wait to share more magic with you.